What's going on, Pokemon Go trainers? Welcome to episode 144 of Lured Up, the podcast where we take Pokemon Go way more seriously than we do ourselves. Lured Up is part of the Pokemon Professor Network, and today is Tuesday, August 18th, 2020. I'm your host, Ken Pescator, joined by my co-host, Adam Tuttle. Adam.
Hey, what's going on?
We're recording a day early.
A day early.
Typically, we're
what do they
Wednesday
say? The early podcast gets the worm. The worm Adam.
I don't know.
The worm Adam.
I don't know, man. There were so many opportunities for like Pokemon to be slipped into that. You missed it, man.
No, I did. I said worm Adam. Worm Adam. Worm Adam.
Worm Adam.
Worm Adam.
Early bird gets the Wurmple. That's what I would have went with.
Wurmple?
Oh, man, the Wurmple. Anyway, on today's show, we're going to recap our final week of the Ultra Unlock. We have Unova week, as well as our GoFest makeup event, which was this past Sunday. We have a Dragon Week makeup event scheduled, but it's probably not the Dragon Week makeup event that you're hoping for. We have details on the Community Day moves of the Pokemon that are going to be up for voting, and this may influence who you want to vote for. We'll have to see. I was part of a very cool initiative sparked by Go Stadium that involved a bunch of community leaders and creators to help usher in a new way to communicate with Niantic about critical issues in the game, and I think we might be on to something. So we'll talk about that in detail, and Pokeminers to the minute is doing an APK mine of 0.185.0. It's literally happening right now as we're recording.
They're digging around the game.
They're
looking
so
for
we'll share what
gems.
we know up to this point. You know, we talked about last week how things were obfuscated and all that, and it seems that they're able to get through. There's just like data pouring out on Twitter and on their Reddit and, in their Discord. So there's a lot to talk about there, and, I'll have to check back before we get to that segment to see if any new stuff has come out, because it's literally happening as we speak. But Adam, why don't we start with a recap of things that have gone on over the past week, and we'll get caught up to date with all the events.
Okay, so we're going to start with recapping Unova Week, which was our third and final GoFest Ultra Unlock. There's still a couple days remaining in the event. However, I think that Ken and I have a pretty good feeling of how the event has gone so far. We had some new Pokedex entries to track down with the release of Sewaddle, Cottony, Emolga, and the New York City-based regional Bouffalant. Or Buffalont.
Bouffalant.
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 Bouffalant. Shiny Ragnarok.
Oh, I didn't even realize you had to say Roggenrola.
Shiny Raggenrola was released, as well as Shiny Genesect, which was in 5-star raids. Outside of the new stuff, we are seeing a ton of Unova starters, as well as Pokemon like Purloin, Dwebble, and Patrat appearing more frequently. Ken, we've had a successful Unova week. Or at least I'd say I would.
Look, living in the Northeast, all right, we'll start with Buffalont. So, living in the Northeast, we knew that this was going to be finally our time to enjoy a regional Pokemon. We haven't had a regional up to this point. And when they announced that it was going to be New York City based, we were very concerned. How far outside of New York City? Because they did say New York City and surrounding areas. So I had every intention on Sunday of going to New York City, or at least to Jersey City, which is right outside of New York City, to track this thing down. But I was at the Jersey Shore on Sunday, and I caught one just in the frickin' wild. It just popped up on the nearby, and I was able to catch it. So I'm like, holy shit, where are these things spawning? So I turned to Twitter, I turned to Reddit, and they were being caught as far south as Virginia. And Adam go ahead, Adam. You could talk about like how this worked out for you today.
Okay, so I have seen we've been getting, excuse me for not having your name at the ready, on Twitter. We've been in contact with somebody who has been going back and forth, letting us know that Buffalant's been able to be found in New Hampshire. So I've been like looking at which areas those are, and then I saw somebody post on our Pokemon Go New Hampshire Facebook page, and they were like, got this at the mall in Nashua. And so I'm like, all right, I'm putting on my shoes, I'm going. It's about 24 hours. Like by the time I get there, it'll be about 24 hours since that post. So I'm like, they got to spawn around the same time. That's what's in my head. It's probably not facts, but don't bring me down. So I get my car and I just take off. Driving, I definitely zoomed in. Reddit had a Silk Road map from the S2 cells, so it's like the southern part of New Hampshire. It's like a straight across line.
So how far was that from Rochester?
An hour and a half.
Okay, so you did an hour and a half drive. That's fucking legit.
Yeah, so it was the first regional that I legitimately like went out and hunted. Turns out I pull right off the highway. I see the shadow. I'm like, ooh, buddy. I click, click, where is it? It's like another like 2 mile, like it's like the furthest Pokestop possible. But and the spot where you get off at Nashua, like the exit that I got off of, I think it's 2. It's all like businesses. So you've got like Barnes and Noble, Best Buy, just a ton of restaurants, and like they're all just like lined up on this one road. And so I pull over, I get in the first parking lot. There's like a Starbucks, a Barnes and Noble, like I said, and then there's like, Home Goods or Home Depot.
Okay, Adam, we get it. There's stores.
There's stores, but there's just a lot of parking lots, a lot of in and outs, like weaving areas, streets. I see it. It's on the nearby, but it's like so far away. It is like streets over. I'm like, how am I going to get there? And so I park my car, and right as I park, a Buffalon just jumps out in front of me.
That's so great.
Almost caused an accident. I wasn't moving, but it almost caused an accident because it got just jumped in front of me. I posted the journey on TikTok. It was a lot of fun. I was a little upset. I dropped an incense because I was there. I went to the mall during this time. I wasn't going very fast because it's all like bumper to bumper. Phone was out of my hand on the dock in my car. Buffalon spawned. I was like, oh snap, another one off the incense. So I click it. The game gave me the white screen. It froze. I was like, are you serious? I was so angry. Then I get to the mall. Okay. I haven't seen one. I'm driving around the parking lot and stuff. Didn't see one. I was like, all right, I'm going to go inside. It turned 6 o'clock and I totally spaced. Here I am dropping lures. I bought one lure, just one, specifically so I could be in that area and capitalize on potential Buffalon spawns. And Venipede happened. So I quickly walked up and down the mall real quick, and I was like, all right, there's no Buffalon. I am out of here.
It's like, of all Pokemon too, it's Venipede. It can't even be shiny.
There was nothing exciting. I was so angry. I'm like, the Go Plus is just rant. I'm like, okay. And I think I caught only a couple. It was bad. Like my Pokeballs were not catching these Venipedes. But anyways, no. I had to stop for gas before I left. I stopped. I was like, oh, okay, this gas station looks sketchy, but I'll stop there. It's the only one that I've seen. I stopped there. Boom, another Buffalon right in front of me. I was like,
oh,
awesome.
No way.
Yeah, so I caught 2.
Okay, all right.
So I have one for trade.
Solid.
Nice. But the first one I caught was like weather boosted 24.95 CP. If you want to check it out, check our TikTok. It was fun.
Yeah, no, that's great, man. I've only caught, I think, 5 of them. So I mean, they're definitely rare. So that's awesome that you got 2 in one shot. But I've seen them on the nearby, so it's like they're out there. But I was kind of expecting it to be really focused to New York City. So I'm definitely excited that they're in the area. So if you want a Buffalon and you're going to be traveling to events in the future, like in-game events that happen, you want one, let me know and we'll trade when we get there.
Exactly. All right, and then as far as Tepig, I hatched 100%. I know it's only 2Ks or whatever, but I hatched a Tepig that was 100%.
Can I put something out there about fucking starters? They fucking trigger me so bad, dude. I have no interest in clicking on the fucking starters, man. I don't know what it is. They totally trigger me. Like it's maybe it's because it seems that the starters are always held in such high regard in Pokemon Go. Like they're a reward or a special spawn, the starters. And it's just like, for me, I don't want anything to do with them. One, they're a pain in the ass to catch. They have higher or a lower catch rate than most Pokemon. They don't, and just they're not. I don't know. It's not exciting. I'm plagued with fucking Oshawott right now and Tepig, and it's like I don't.
They
want
really
anything
drain
to
your
fucking,
balls,
dude. They definitely drain my balls, and I'm like, I still haven't really restocked from the Go Fest makeup, which we'll get to in a second. So I'm like, super low on regular Pokeballs. I'm sitting on like 1,200 fucking Ultra Balls. So I mean, I got to delete some of them. But my Pokeballs are like gone because the Go Plus has just been fucking wasting balls trying to catch these fucking things. But I don't know, man. I get so fucking triggered. I don't know. I'm not excited at all about starters. It's the weirdest thing. It just seems that, and I don't know if this is like something that Niantic is deciding on or something that TPC is deciding on, but I'm just not down with the starters. Like, do you get that vibe? Like, do you get excited when you see a fucking Snivy, or like, does it do anything for you?
Anything that I don't have 100% of, I still go after.
Okay, well, fair on that. I understand.
Oshawott has been my thing to go for. That's the one that I want. I got the Tepig, so now I don't even click on Tepig.
But all right, if there's a Pidgey or a fucking Oshawott, what are you going to click on?
Oshawott.
I'm clicking on the fucking Pidgey, dude, every fucking time. Like 100% of the time, I'm clicking on fucking Pidgey, dude. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm weird. Let us know how you feel about starters. I don't know. And it's like in Gen 5, I liked Oshawott, but I just don't like it in Pokemon Go. I don't know why. I don't know what my deal is. But let us know. Let us know. Get in touch with us.
Have you caught an Emolga?
I have caught 2 Emolga.
Okay, have you caught Cottony?
I have evolved up.
And Swaddle?
And I've caught a bunch of Swaddle, but I have not evolved yet. Because they're all the ones I have are doo-doo, so I'm just waiting for
I haven't evolved any of the new ones. But I caught a PvP rank 14 when it evolves to Leaveney last night. Okay. I'm so excited.
All right. So
any shiny Ragnarola?
No shiny Ragnaroks at all. They're spawning like crazy, so I mean the spawn rate on them is great, or the encounter rate has been great, but no shinies for me. But
okay, and I won't lie, I did already try to go on a quick hunt for Buffalot once, and I only made it to like Manchester. I just wasn't sure how far I had to go down.
I don't understand giggity. I don't understand geography.
Yeah, exactly.
How far is that?
It's about like a half-hour drive from.
Okay,
there
so
to
you were
Nashua.
only a third of the way there.
Yeah, so it was an hour versus an hour and a half needed to go. So I just needed to go a little bit lower. But I was there, and I clicked on a Tauros, and it was a shiny Tauros.
Okay, was that your first one?
No, but that's I was on the hunt for a Buffalot, and I got a Tauros that was shiny. It was just kind of like the irony in it, like really,
right.
I just wanted.
That's a good
Pokemon.
looking shiny though. That's a good bold, like in your face when you see it shiny, like oh shit, because it's so fucking like Mountain Dew. It's like it's really bold. I like it.
Yeah, and I was texting Josh from Special Conditions. I was telling him how I gave it 3 Golden Raz and 3 Curveball Great Ultra Balls. And it got out all 3 times. And my heart was like dropping. I was like, are you serious? And then the last ball, I got it. But I was just so angry. I was like, Golden Rat? It was a 21 something. It was really high up there.
Yeah, I mean, I've been trying to get the Roggenrola, of course, but the Dwebble as well. That's another one I need, and I love that shiny, and no luck there.
Yeah, I need both of those as well.
All right, well, let's move on to
on Sunday.
our Go Fest makeup. Hold
on, shiny Genesect. Do you got one?
I do have a shiny Genesect.
That's all I need to know. All right, and then on Sunday we had our 3-hour Go Fest makeup event featuring fire, water, and friendship habitats. Many in the community were not pleased with the feel of this makeup, so we are anxious to get your take on it. I had a good time. To be honest. Giggity.
Look. This did not feel like an event to me. It just didn't feel right. I don't know what it was. And I think what I've boiled this down to, was the event. For an event to happen, it's much more than just the encounters. It's much more than just the Pokemon. The fact that there was no research element, there was no, like, it just felt like an incomplete thought.
I understand how you feel, and I feel, I'm going to interrupt you, I'm sorry, but I feel that it's the fact that we weren't all doing it at the same time together and had that togetherness feel. Like we didn't have the extra bonus, like unlock at this.
Well, that's what I mean. It was incomplete because there was no accompanying element to it. There was no research. There was no bonus. There was, like,
so
the
what
bonuses
you're saying
were
is
there.
we need a makeup event for the makeup event.
Well, we'll get to it in a second. We're going to get a makeup of a makeup of a makeup of a makeup, but we're going to get
Let's
there.
just put lipstick on this pig.
No, look, I don't know.
I like pigs though.
The spawns were, I don't know.
Not
I
insane.
only caught
insane.
I only caught over the 3 hours 5 unknown. That's all I encountered. 5 unknown. So I was a little bummed there. I did pick up 3 shinies. Again, I don't like to gauge the success of an event based on my shiny count, but I did pick up 3 shinies, so that was fun. At least I got them. But I don't know. It just did not feel right. And I mean, there was people around me playing. There was plenty of people out. It just, I don't know. It just seemed like an incomplete event to me. The shiny rates were, pretty on par with where they were for GoFest. But again, I won't get suckered into the negative Nancy's on fucking Twitter saying that, the event sucked or anything like that. But
yeah, I mean, my first 15 minutes, I caught 3 shinies. I caught the Growlithe, I caught the Unknown G, and I caught the event Charmander with the hat.
Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't get my first shiny until an hour and 40 minutes in, and then I caught the next 2 shinies within the next 20 minutes, and then that was it for the day.
And then at the end, the last 15 minutes, I caught a Pikachu. Plain old, ordinary, shiny Pikachu.
That's kind of cool, though.
It's kind of cool. But it was just one of those, feels bad, man. Feels bad.
Yeah.
That's what I said to myself.
I hate to say it was a disappointment, but it was not what I had expected. I don't know what I was expecting, but it just
you can't expect stuff.
I know, but it just didn't feel like GoFest. This was a GoFest branded event. It didn't feel like GoFest.
Yeah.
I just, the spawns were there, the encounters were there, the Pokemon were spawning, but I don't know. I just think that the volume of encounters wasn't where it should have been. It didn't, when you go to a spotlight hour and you see a cluster of fucking 20 fucking Pokemon, and then you're at GoFest and you're not getting that, it was just like, I don't know, little anticlimactic for me. So that's just my honest take.
Well, speaking of anticlimactic, we had a Venipede spotlight hour today, like we discussed, and we did not have fun with that. So moving on. We have Genesect raid hour tomorrow, so I'll definitely be participating in some capacity to that.
Yeah, I was planning on doing Genesect tomorrow. I ended up buying 2 boxes, so I have 30. I think I have 32 battle passes in my account right now. So I was like ready to go, hit 15, 16 raids up tomorrow. But something came up. That's why we're recording a day early because I'm not going to be around tomorrow evening. But, I didn't go too hard with Genesect because I went stupid hard on Rayquaza. I went pretty hard on Deoxys, and I got the Hundo Genesect, which was awesome. So
that's pretty sick. I have a 1911.
Nice.
So I was close. Close.
So I got the Hundo, and then I got the shiny shortly after. I think I did 27 raids. So I pretty much, since I've gotten the shiny, I've chilled. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to really do any more remotes. I'll do them in person because I have the passes, but I'm just going to chill on the remotes because, I've just been fucking making it rain Pokecoins over the past 2 weeks. So I was like, I need to fucking chill.
Yes, I am in the same boat. Only I got burned, but it's my own darn fault for trying to do a Genesect with 5 minutes left, and the game froze, and I couldn't go back in. Yeah, so
yeah, I actually I did have with Deoxys, and I'm still waiting to hear back from support. I filed my first support ticket where I had I lost a couple passes to some weird shit that was going on. So
yeah,
I'll
and it's
keep
like
everyone
the
posted.
glitch is a real thing.
Oh
And-
well, the whole thing with you beat the raid boss and then it just fucking sits there, no energy. You don't get the
and the timer just keeps going.
Yeah, like you don't get the little purple like and the weird face or anything. It was just like it just sits there. So you're forced to close the app, reopen it, and then rejoin the lobby. So if the timer runs out, you're on fucking beat street.
you're just done.
So annoying. I mean, I would say that on all of my Genesect raids, that's probably been 80% of the Genesect raids have ended like that. So it's a little frustrating, but
I'd say 50% is too high.
I would say 1% is too high. I want this shit to work, but yeah, it's been a little buggy. So, bug type.
Yeah. So at that point, I just said, I'm done with Spotlight or not Spotlight. I'm done with remote raids at the moment. I'm just wiped.
Yeah. Yeah. No, dude. Me too, man. It's been fucking crazy. All right. So let's move on to the Dragon Week makeup event. That was announced.
What? We're gonna get rained on with shiny dinos? Oh, I can't wait.
Pokemon Go Live put out a post detailing a makeup event for Dragon Week's timed research. This is going to be running from Friday, August 21st at 8 a.m. through Wednesday, August 26th at 10 p.m. Now, before I go any further, I want to clarify. This makeup event was based on a technical issue that affected the timed research portion of Dragon Week. The issue caused the research to be removed from the game earlier than it should have been, meaning the duration of Dragon Week, it ends on a Friday. The research ended up being removed from people's games on the Wednesday. So rather than having the full time to complete the research, if you didn't complete it, it was removing from the game and you lost the opportunity to complete it. Now, I'd imagine that many of the people that are listening to this podcast, hardcore players, they're very consistent players, completed the timed research fairly quickly, early on in the week. So in doing so, they weren't really affected by this bug at all because they were able to complete the research very quickly. But for the masses or the more casual or the people that couldn't get to the research early on, they could have been affected by this. So what Niantic has done is they're replacing the timed research with another timed research, the makeup, to allow everyone, not just those affected, everyone another shot at the timed research. Here's where it gets
that's pretty nice.
Okay. Yeah, yes, that is nice. But the encounters from Dragon Week, the dragons, will not be a part of this makeup event. So, if you remember the tasks from the timed research, you had to catch dragons. It was like an increasing number of dragons. I think the first one was like catch 3 dragons, then catch 5 dragons, catch 9 dragons. It's going to be adjusted. So the tasks will be adjusted so you can complete it based on the current encounter pool. You're not going to have to catch dragons. So, no Bagons in the wild. No Swablu for all you Swablu lovers.
No Gibble?
No Gibble. No dragons in the wild. The encounters will not change. This is only timed research. So what this ultimately means is that the rewards will be the same. And if you remember, the rewards for the original Dragon Week timed research included 2 dino. So everyone's going to get another shot at getting 2 dino. This is good news. So from that element, I'm psyched. 2 more dino. Fuck yeah. 2 more shots at a shiny. 2 more shots at a cool Pokemon.
That's exciting.
The problem is when you say it's a Dragon Week timed research makeup event, it implies Dragon Week. There's no dragons really associated with this outside of the 2 dino that you're going to be getting as part of the research rewards. So
I would have just said GoFest research week 1, like redo.
Like it's weird. it's definitely weird. Now,
Like the more
I'll
you
take
put
the
dragon
dino.
into
Don't
it.
get me wrong. I played through Dragon Week. I didn't have any issues with the encounters. I didn't have any issues with the timed research. So this, for me, bonus shit. It's truly just extra stuff. So that's fucking great. But the fact that, and, you know, of course the internet is like, you know, this is fucking bullshit, blah, blah, blah. I understand where they're coming from, because when you say it's a Dragon Week makeup event, there's nothing dragony about this. So it's a little weird. But the way I'm looking at it is it's a positive, because it's another timed research to do. I thoroughly enjoy timed research. I'll get 2 dino out of it. That's a super fucking positive. And I get another little thing to say completed on my fucking special research tab. So I'll be happy about that. I'm sure that the majority of people out there were not expecting this to be the makeup. They're expecting dragons to be part of the Dragon Week makeup. Unfortunately, there will be no dragons. So, I mean, Adam, are you seeing this as a positive, or do you know anyone that this affected? Like, I heard, you know, and again, my circles, everyone has completed this very early on, so I don't know a single person that this affected. But obviously, there was enough out there that this warranted a makeup. So, it's not inside my circle, so I don't see the.
I mean, I guess I could ask my mom. She, if anybody did do it, it's probably my mom.
Well, now she'll have another chance. But I look at it like 2 more dino for free, easy peasy. And if it's just like catch 3 fucking random Pokemon, I mean, I can't imagine this being a difficult timed research to complete. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see. But let us know your feelings on this. I mean, is it are you happy with the 2 dino coming from the research, or are you completely let down by dragon being in the title of this, knowing that there's not going to be any dragons to encounter in the wild? We'll have to see. Let us know.
Hopefully they increase Axu and 10k eggs.
Fuck, dude. I hatched a batch of 9 10ks the other day, and I was expecting, fucking 9 Phoebus. It was so funny. I put on Twitter, like, what do you think I'm going to get? Everyone was like, fucking 9 Phoebus. But I think it was like, I got 1 Phoebus, but I think I got 1 Phoebus, like 4 fucking Timber, Ferroseed, 2 Clinks or something. Oh, a bunch of bullshit. No Axu. I still need the fucking Axu. So it's...
Wow.
I know. I've got 4 10Ks in my inventory right now. I'm holding on to them until I get another set
I've got 3.
It's not been an easy go for me. Because I'm not doing the fucking 7Ks. I'm not hatching any of this shit. I'm waiting. Oh, and the other thing we didn't mention was during the GoFest makeup hour, the hatches were normal hatches. They weren't the Unova hatches. So people were hatching eggs while they're out playing for GoFest, thinking that they were going to get, Unova based hatches, and they were not. They were superseded by standard 7. Yeah, it was not a good look. But all right, well, let's move on, Adam. You talked last week about the Community Day Pokemon options for September and October, and now we have a little bit more info.
Last week we talked about the 4 Pokemon: Caterpie, Grimer, Porygon, and Charmander. They're going to be our September/October Community Days. We have more information on the exclusive moves for the final evolutions, which may shake things up, but probably not. But maybe there's a chance. All right, so evolving Charmander up to Charizard will grant the move Dragon Breath. This is an interesting one for a few different reasons. Charizard will now be able to do super effective damage against Dragon types, which could make it fun in raids. Also for Megas and stuff like that. Both Mega, Charizard, X, and Y are both Dragon types. So you get that stab bonus to the move. So everybody wants that. Another interesting topic is that since Charizard already has a legacy move in Blast Burn, it means that if you want to run that move alongside with Dragon Breath, it will require an Elite Charge TM, which is an expensive proposition. We'll have to see if this is addressed in any way, but probably not. No, who knows?
Adam, you're on a downer today, man. Your glass is half empty.
Well, I'm trying to finish this energy drink here. Sorry, I just needed a quick break there. So we're hoping that Blast Burn will be TMable during Community Day if Charmander is picked.
Yeah.
Next up.
Well, let me talk about this real quick.
All right, I'll let you.
People are going to want to run Blast Burn and Dragon Breath. That's just how it's going to go. People want that.
It's the nature of the beast.
It is the nature of the beast because those are the exclusive moves. So any existing Blast Burn Charizard, obviously, you're not going to be able to evolve that to get the Dragon Breath. You're going to have to use an Elite Charge TM. Any Pokemon or any Charmeleon that you evolve up to Charizard during the window will get the Dragon Breath, but if you want Blast Burn, you'll have to use the Elite Charge TM. So either way, you're going to be using an Elite Charge TM to run this moveset. People are really upset about this. Look, I'm always the asshole when it comes to people being upset, but that's the point. That's the point of these moves being exclusive and there being an economy of legacy moves. So do I hope that they're going to make it a standard TMable move? I mean, maybe, but the fact that it does require an Elite Charge TM just makes the Pokemon that do have that moveset, that do have both of those moves, that much more badass, because you know that the trainer training them devoted resources to do that. So, I don't know.
That's wild.
I just don't know, man. I don't know. I think I'm okay
I've
with
never known.
I think I'm okay with it. All right, we can move on to Caterpie.
All right. So Caterpie, so when evolved into Butterfree, can learn the flying type attack Hurricane, which will give Butterfree an edge on fighting, grass, and bug type Pokemon. We have info on Grimer. Come on, give some love to Butterfree. If they only gave us pink Butterfree, I'd be okay. Or a cowboy hat. So we have info on Grimer, and now know that Kanto Grimer will be in the wild and in eggs, and Alolan Grimer will be available in raids. Both versions can learn the fire type attack, Fire Punch, when evolved into Muck. Fire Punch will charge super quick and will be awesome against steel types and other fire-hating Pokemon.
I like this choice because it's two versions. Even though, Alolans will be in raids, so doing the raids during the Community Day window will take up a lot of time, and the only way I think this would work or make sense is if the shiny rate is exceptionally boosted in raids. Because even if you were to do 6 hours of fucking raids, how many are you going to be able to hit? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's going to be very limited. So I'd imagine they'd have to boost the rate. But I do like the fact that you get both forms. You have the option to get both forms. It's just...
And they both get the Fire Punch.
Right. But if you're going for the shiny Alolan form, it's like you're going to have to do a bunch of fucking raids. That's going to take up a lot of time. You're not going to be able to take advantage of whatever other bonus is available during Community Day. I don't know.
Unless you have a Go Plus.
Unless you have a Go Plus. Adam's mantra.
All right. So I'm definitely voting for Grimer.
Are you really?
Come at me, internet. Come at me.
Wow.
Well, it's Grimer and the next one. Finally, we have Porygon, which when evolved up into Porygon Z will learn the normal type attack, Tri-Attack. This will be the first time this move's introduced into the game, and when used, will have a chance to decrease the opposing Pokemon's attack and defense. That is baller.
That's the reason. And again, normal type attacks, usually pretty shitty. I mean, I love my Body Slam, Snorlax, and all that, but normal type attacks typically not too prominent in PvP. However, the fact that this can debuff attack and defense can make it a pretty significant option, especially late game in PvP. Where people aren't going to have the opportunity to switch out, things like that. So I still think Porygon is going to take this because it's a new line of shinies, and the shinies are really fucking cool. And I think second place will be Charmander. So,
Muck.
Man, so you think Porygon's going to win?
Yeah, I thought you said Muck.
No. I think it's going to be Porygon Charmander. So September Porygon, October
because we
Charmander.
can't get rid of that move without putting an Elite TM. We don't want that. Come on.
It's a
fam.
very small
Grimer gang,
segment of
Grimer
people
gang.
that are worried about that Elite TM shenanigans.
Yeah, don't even worry about it. Just go for the Grimers.
Wow.
Go for the Grimers.
Interesting. But you're going to vote Grimer over Porygon?
No. It's going to be... Wait, can I only vote for one?
Yeah, you can only vote for one.
Oh,
First
then definitely
place
Grimer.
Whoa, really? Wow.
Yeah, because everybody and their grandma is definitely going after Porygon, which is cool.
So you're voting for the underdog a little bit.
I am voting for the underdog because
Wow.
who doesn't want to... Like, if this was a Lowland Vulpix, I know every one of you listening would be like, that's what I'm going after.
People are a little hungry for Vulpix for sure.
Yeah, so, and I have 200%, both a Lowland and regular, and I am desperately waiting for that to come back.
Wow.
Hopefully that's our Christmas or, whatever community day in December. That would be excellent. I'd appreciate it. Thank you, Niantic, in advance.
Wow. They better do fucking Delibird Community Day in December, man.
Delibird Spotlight Hour. Please, Niantic.
Hold on. Man. I want the Community Day. I don't want 1 hour.
Let me look at the
I want
calendar.
6 hours.
Let me look at the calendar. Okay, so December 25th is a Friday. Okay, so on the 22nd, which on that Tuesday, I want a Delibird Spotlight Hour during that week window of Delibird.
Why not a Community Day? Why wouldn't you want a Community Day?
Because it's a basic Pokemon with just a shiny. Have we ever gotten that? No.
Okay.
So Spotlight Hour makes sense.
Okay.
Thank you,
Okay.
Niantic. I appreciate everything you do. Delibird, the 22nd of December.
Delibird Spotlight Hour.
Delibird Spotlight Hour. And then
All
make
right.
sure that, there's a lot of Team Rocket Delibird, battles. That's what I want.
Especially because I didn't get one last year. Okay, let's move on to this really cool thing that I was a part of. This was, I'll link to this in the description, of course. But I was involved with a very cool project that was sparked by Go Stadium, which involved a group of community organizers, battlers, creators, and it was an open letter written to both Niantic and the PvP community. And this has all happened exceptionally fast. And as I will get to, it's proven that the points that I've made over and over and over on this show and on social media have merit. And I'll get there in a second. First, I want to read directly from the letter. The letter first addresses Niantic, and I'm going to read it. I'm going to read it here directly from it. Quote, "We would like to begin by recognizing the strides made and thanking those who work extremely hard on the game, and specifically the player versus player battle feature. You heard feedback with the previous versions of the switching mechanic and made changes. Exploits in the game and leaderboard were met with an immediate response and takedown of Go Battle League until fixed. As an example, the ability to switch Pokemon during a charge move tie was most recently fixed, which we greatly appreciated. We want it clear that we truly appreciate the continued support of the feature, both in-game and on social media through official channels and personal accounts. We see you sharing our excitement for our tournaments and celebrating our achievements, and we want to continue to celebrate yours, so allow us to formally thank you for the feature and the work that you have put into it up until this point." Goes on to say, "Following the timeline of updates and fixes, it would appear that some glitches are connected to the fixing of a previous one. For instance, a fix was recently implemented to stop switches during a charge move tie. But with that update, switching in general has been much more difficult. Examples will be given later. As a group that includes developers of community tools, we understand that issues happen and an update at times has unintended consequences. But foreseeing how long it takes to be officially acknowledged or resolved is disheartening. The goal of this message is to list the most important issues currently inhibiting competitive gameplay. Needless to say, this message is constructive in nature, and we do not condone toxic behavior of any form directed towards the developers of our beloved game." End quote. So the letter then goes on to list a handful of issues with PvP. including the fast move desync, the charge move issues, and a bunch of others. And in each of those examples, it gives a concise description of each issue, a status of whether or not the issue is listed on the known issues page, examples in both text and, when available, video form of the issues happening, as well as notes about our experiences. This was exceptionally comprehensive. And thank you to everyone involved that put this all together. I was very, very honored to be part of this whole process. So we started out by introducing our intentions and saying, hey, this is, constructive in nature. However, there's a lot of shit going on in the game. We want to lay it all out. We thank Niantic for their hard work. We recognize their hard work. And we come off positive. Then the letter goes on to address the battlers community. And if you follow this show or you follow Twitter, you know that the general culture of the PvP community on Twitter right now is not good. Not going to go into details. I'm not going to name names, but it's fucking ugly. It's messy. People are talking shit. People are pissed. People are upset. People are like, I'm boycotting this fucking game. Fuck Niantic. Bah, bah, bah. All the shit that I said from the beginning is unnecessary, and, no one wants and I don't want anything to do with that shit. So it addresses the battlers. It says, quote, as battlers, we all have experienced these issues that can be frustrating, especially during competitive play. As a community, it is our responsibility to take a focus on a positive approach and being constructive in nature. We hope this letter captures some of our frustration we have had over the past few months and invites you to join us in helping be part of the solution. When on social media or even talking to the technical support through private means, always be mindful there is a human being on the other side of that screen. End quote. Okay, this is my sentiment that I've been saying forever. People get keyboard muscles. People get all fired up. They say mean shit. They don't think it through. They're total dickheads. They're just mean assholes, especially to support. It gets you nowhere. So here we have this giant letter. It's exceptionally comprehensive, constructive in nature, positive, and this went out 2 days ago or yesterday. It's been a very short amount of time. It's all happened very quickly. So, this was up on Twitter. I shared it directly through the Niantic channels, and things started happening. And earlier tonight, about probably 2 hours ago, the official Pokemon Go brand account on Twitter posts a response. And if you know anything about the official Pokemon Go Twitter account, if they're tweeting something, it's the real deal. They're not willy-nilly with how they tweet, because it's the official brand account. All the red tape, all the shit that's associated with brand accounts applies to this. So they respond directly to the Go Stadium post and says, again, replying to Go Stadium, they tag in Niantic Labs as well. Thank you for your thoughtful and constructive feedback. We've looped in our developers to share a comprehensive update on what's being done to address the issues in Go Battle League. While this will take some time, we aim to have this update to you by the end of next week. Boom, motherfuckers.
Wow.
That's how it's done. That's how it's done. So you have all these people on fucking Twitter that bitch and moan and talk shit, and they're mean and they're rude and they're just toxic. And they wonder, why the fuck isn't Niantic listening? Why the fuck am I not getting results? Why am I not getting my raid passes? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing that? And then you've got an eloquently drafted letter signed off by prominent members of the community, identifies key critical issues, provides constructive feedback, provides examples, provides potential resolution, and we get not only acknowledged, which is amazing, because that's what the community wants. They want that acknowledgement, but they also tell us, we're going to give you an update by the end of next week. That's what they're aiming for. This is the type of simple, basic transparency and acknowledgement that the community wants. And I'm
they
going
got
to put, I'm going to put all my chips on the table and say the reason that this has happened is because those involved with this weren't dicks. Because if we wrote this open letter to Niantic and had the same attitude and, culture of what we're seeing a lot of on Twitter right now, and unfortunately, even by some prominent members of the content creation community, which is super disheartening to me. I hate it. But if we would have took that approach, this would have fallen flat on its face, and if I was Niantic or if I was TPC, I would go, nah, get the fuck out of here. But instead, we got a response almost immediately. It's amazing. It's amazing. So one, kudos to everyone involved in this. Thank you, for just being a part of positive change in this community. I think that it's very, very important for like-minded people to come together to achieve a common goal. I definitely want to give a shout out to the Go Stadium crew, specifically Rambling Rabbit, Cody, because he was the one who penned this whole thing. Caleb Peng, Matt from PV Poke, Kakuna Matata, Tho Technical, Miss Mystic, Katie, Tangent 444, JRE, The Nut, the founder of London's Finest, Torpedo Runner, Pogo Joel, friend of the show, Valor Ash, T. Wastel, Alpha Phi, Palmer's Up, AJ, from Go Stadium, our friend True Inferno, who we've had on the show. Like, there was a bunch of really great people involved with this. So I was very excited to be part of this. I was very excited to be part of the communication line between Go Stadium and Niantic. And it just proves that, handling things the right way will yield the right results. So I'll put a link in the descriptions to the open letter so you can read it. Please check it out. Be the
change you want to see in the world.
That's it, man. That's it. It sounds cheesy. It sounds fucking campy. I've been beating that drum for fucking ever. And here we are getting fucking positive results. And in my opinion, this is some groundbreaking shit. It may not seem a lot to get a response to a tweet. However, I understand the weight and the importance of this response. Not just isolated to this specific issue, but what this could potentially mean for the communication between Niantic proper, Pokemon Go, and the community. I don't take that shit for granted. I don't take it lightly. There was a fucking tear in my eye, man, earlier. I was like, this is fucking amazing. Like, this is amazing. Change is happening, and we're watching it happen right in front of us. So awesome. So awesome. All right. On that note, let's take a quick break, Adam. When we come back, we'll do. I want to jump on over to Pokemoners Twitter really quick to see if they've added any information. But when we come back, we've got one little bit of miscellaneous news, and then we'll dig into this APK. What do you think?
It sounds like a good idea because I'm thirsty.
All right. We'll be back right after this.
And we're back
from our break. Thank you so much for that. A little housekeeping to get through before the ass of the show. This podcast is powered by Patreon. Check ours out over at patreon.com/PokemonProfessor, where you can support this show for as little as $1 a month. And that $1 will get you access to our patron-exclusive Discord, which is a fantastic place filled with fantastic people. And I want to give a huge shout-out to our show supporter tier patrons, Ace Trainers, Alex, Andrew, Brian, Brittany, Chad, Dem Gearsby Bangin', G-Stacks87, Griggle788, Harry, James, Jason, J, Mackle, Jolt Switch, John Zero, Lynchbot, Matt, Matthew, M. Pitts, Pokenabbot, Purple Pancake, Sam, Smeatwad, The Noise, Lousy Jedi, Woodwoos, Wolf, Shiny Carol, Talon, and Chris. Whew. Thank you so much for that. We really appreciate it.
Thanks,
also,
trainers.
Huge shout out to our gym leaders, Jamal, Tish, Robert, TN Comics Wiz, upping his patronage this week, P. Nickerson, and new for this week, Sean McDonald, TCG guy. It's awesome. And also new for this week at the Discord tier, Rambling Rabbit, Cody from Go Stadium, Archie, and Fabian. Thank you all so incredibly much. Patreon has really been doing well for us lately. We really, really appreciate it, and we're putting it right back into the show. So you can expect some good stuff coming soon. Also, ton of love to our executive producer, Paul Bott. But if Patreon isn't your thing, no big deal. There's still a couple other ways you can help us out. If you're listening on YouTube, you can subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. We're almost at 1,000 subs. Help us get there. And if you're listening via a podcast service like Apple Podcasts, you can take a moment to leave us a review. And finally, our merch store is up and available at PokemonProfessor.com/merch. All right, Adam, you want to run through this one little bit of miscellaneous news before we get into the APK?
Our community member and Wayfarer guru, Blame Jamal, posted a question in the Wayfarer forums, tagging Niantic Casey, asking about the next Wayfarer AMA. Not only did Casey respond saying that the second AMA was coming, but also mentioned that a big Wayfarer update will be hitting in a few days.
This is hype, man. This is good stuff.
I'm excited.
Another instance of Niantic directly communicating with the community. It's awesome. And I'll link to it in the description. If you look how Jamal framed it, he's exceptionally kind. He's courteous. He lays out a plan. He asks a very detailed question. He gets a very detailed answer. And it's like, who'd have fucking thought that as long as you're a nice person, you get a nice response? But Jamal, I'm so psyched that you asked a question. He sent it to me on Discord. He's like, holy shit, Casey responded. So very, very, very cool. I'm very much looking forward to see what happens with Wayfarer because, I did go out the other day with my buddy Jim and Gary from New Jersey Go Battle League, and we submitted a bunch more stuff in Red Bank, just, completely trying to fill out every single S2 cell possible. We're still on that grind. So I enjoy Wayfarer very much, and I look forward to some more stuff being added to the program. Adam, have you done any more submissions?
I have not, but I'm gonna get back in that saddle soon because I need to.
All right, everyone. Finally, let's talk about Pokeminers, and they're currently very busy at work. They just completed their teardown of 0.185.0 12 minutes ago. On Twitter is the timestamp on that. This is literally happening right now. So while we don't have the deep dive report, like their complete in-depth report, we do have a bunch of bits of information, and a lot of it is super exciting. Just a note before we go any further, APK mining is not approved or supported by Niantic in any way, and as such is against the terms of service. Anything we discuss here is not confirmed by Niantic and can be changed at any time. Luckily, however, reporting on an APK is not against the terms of service, and as such, here we go. First up, sandals. You heard me. Sandals will be available for trainers so, in a bunch of different colors. So you'll be able to get sandals. They look actually pretty cute. The real news here, though, with this APK is, spoiler alert, mega evolutions. A lot of shit in here.
Say what?
Mega evolutions. You heard.
Did you say mega evolutions?
Mega evolutions. All right. First, we have 2 new badges. One badge for total mega evolutions and another badge for unique mega evolutions. That's pretty cool. There were also signs that mega evolution will be temporary, just like it is in the main series. There was some code in there that said like mega evolution revert or something to that effect, showing that once you mega evolve, it will revert back to its normal form. There is a quest that seems to lead to mega evolution, so maybe when they release the feature, there will be some special research or timed research associated with it. Something about forms being custom to Pokemon Go. This was exciting. So maybe we'll see some mega evolution forms that were not released previously in the main series games. So
wow, maybe, that would be so cool.
You know what I mean? Like, and if you think about it, the last time this happened was Meltan. A Pokemon released for the first time.
Mega Meltan.
Oh,
Mega Melmetal.
Oh,
that would be
shit.
insane.
Oh, dude, that is like
that.
the ultimate tinfoil hat moment right there. Oh my God, could you imagine?
Mega Melmetal. You heard it here first, folks.
Holy shit, bro. If you call, because you've pulled some shit out of your ass over the years, dude, and you get it right. So if it's Mega Melmetal, oh my God. Oh my God.
It would make sense, right? Because what you're saying is
it does.
New forms that we've never seen before.
Holy shit.
That's a Pokemon that we've never had before.
Dude. Oh, man. All right, that'd be awesome. An icon for Mega Evolution raids was found. So the little icon that normally spins above, a raid or has like the little, looks like Bowser's head, like the Tyranitar head, like showing the arrows pointing at the gym. There's a special one for Mega Raids. At these Mega Raids, you will earn Mega Candy. We can only assume that Mega Candy will be the currency used to Mega Evolve. There's something in there about a speed bonus associated with Mega Raids. I don't know if this means that your Pokemon will behave faster or you'll get some kind of bonus for completing the raid faster. Don't know what it means.
Yeah, I think that's probably the case.
I would imagine,
because it makes sense if the faster you can take down the Mega, the more bonuses you get.
Potentially.
So it makes sense to have as many people as possible.
Right.
Invite all of your friends.
Yes. Mega Raids will have their own music. So new music will be released for Mega Raids. I play on mute.
That is exciting.
I play on mute, man. I got to get out of that cycle. I play on fucking mute. I hate to admit it. Special guests may appear in Professor Willow quests, including the word narrator in the code. Could this potentially mean that we're getting some VO, some voiceover with our quests? That would be fucking awesome. And if you remember, Melmetal's quest, when they released the videos...
I don't remember.
They released a video, we heard Professor Willow talk.
Yep. Oh, okay.
So, it's starting to make sense, Adam. Starting to make sense.
Listen, and now that you're saying that, like, I gotta transfer some Pokemon to Let's Go real quick so I can get that. Can we finish the podcast? I gotta go do that.
Okay, we're almost there. We're almost there. I got two more lines, dude. I got two more lines. And the last thing that was just added by Pokemoners, like literally just since we've recorded, they wrote here, I'll read it right from their tweet. Tons of map updates. We'll describe the most interesting ones in the in-depth, but it appears they have created their own map library that can show a lot more things like a typical map app would. Maybe street names? Oh.
That would be sick.
Hell yeah, dude. That'd be so fucking awesome. So lots of stuff going on. If you're not a member of the Pokemoners Discord, I'll put a link in the description so you can check that out. You can follow along on their Twitter. They typically will post their in-depth report in their Discord and in Reddit. And on Reddit. So just make sure you follow up with them. Good people. Yeah, they break terms of service, but they have the best of intentions. So they respect the game and the developers very, very, very much, but they are breaking those pesky terms of service. But Adam, we fucking did it, dude. That was a show.
We did it.
That was
now
a
make
show.
Sure, listeners, go get Pokemon from your game into Let's Go. Get rid of some of those pesky Magikarps. Heck, why not take all 63 of those that you caught and just put them all in there? Just put them all in. Just get a shiny box filled with shinies.
Dude,
okay?
if it's Meltan,
unload
dude,
them.
I swear to God,
And
dude, if it's fucking Meltan.
And this would be, like, listen, then they have another Meltan event where now the Meltan box, now it'll give you the shiny back, introducing the Mega. Whoa.
Wow.
Don't call it a tinfoil hat.
Dude, that's a serious tinfoil hat moment. But thank you, everyone, for checking out the show. We appreciate it. Appreciate you making it this far. Please, you can email us, info@luredup.com. You can leave us a voicemail, text, picture, or video at 732-835-8639. Check out luredup.com for everything that's going on with the show, PokemonProfessor.com for everything that's going on at the network. Please take a look at that Go Stadium open letter. Let us know what you think. I was very honored to be part of it, and I'm very, very proud of it, and proud of the results so far and the potential result coming in the next week. But Adam, you got anything else?
Nope. Just keep your tinfoil hat. Keep it near, because Meltan.
Oh man! All right, keep training, trainers. We'll see you next week.